We are at India AI Impact Summit in New Delhi. I have with me Jay Chaudhary, CEO, Chairman, and founder of Zscaler. Zscaler is a leading cloud enterprise security provider based in California, and Jay is an accomplished entrepreneur, more than 25 years of expertise in security industry. Jay Chaudhary ji, welcome to DD India.
Thank you. I'm glad to have this discussion.
Jay, let's first talk about the AI Impact Summit. What are your thoughts on it? How has been the experience so far?
It's massive. It's big. No matter which direction you go to, there's lots and lots of people enjoying. I've been to a few sessions. I did a keynote this morning. It's great to see people are looking forward to learning and participating in it. It's wonderful.
Right. Just to understand your work and experience, from the perspective of your core expertise, can you explain how threats, security infrastructure also need to evolve with evolving technology such as artificial intelligence?
Mm-hmm. You know, in old days, before digital, all the threats used to be physical. Somebody will break into your house. Now, every business is happening online. India has become digital. The world has become digital. So it's natural for bad guys to come after the digital world. They want a piece of action without working hard. So it's not surprising that people are trying to do this. And every new technology comes in, it offers a positive side, it offers a negative side. That means the same technology can be abused. AI is wonderful, but AI is dangerous. It's becoming easier to attack, to breach using AI. But companies like Zscaler are using AI to catch the bad guys before they really break in, or if they break in, to find them and isolate them. So it's a race with bad guys, and our job is to stay ahead and keep all these businesses safe.
Right. If you talk about Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision that he reiterates about human-centric AI, that artificial intelligence should be inclusive, it should serve the humanity, not seek to replace it. How do you look at his approach and vision as far as AI is concerned?
I think it's a wonderful approach, because in the other world where AI is dominated by a few companies and only the smaller number of people will benefit from it, which is not good for mankind. So having inclusive approach, that means making AI available to the masses, to broader set of companies, it's a good thing. I mean, India has done some of the things in technology that are kind of good examples from before. When Aadhaar was built, UPI was built, all those systems democratized how payments can be done. Similarly, I think as the government sets the foundational pieces underneath and promotes and makes it easier, so more companies can participate in it, more people can participate in it. So it's a wonderful idea.
And Jay, there's a major survey which presents India, it ranks India at the third position as far as global competitiveness is concerned in AI. What is your assessment of the evolution of AI ecosystem in the country, both in terms of innovation as well as adoption?
So we at Zscaler see a lot of data that our customers use out there. So India actually, in the use of AI, actually shows up one or two, even ahead of the survey talk about. But the survey's view of third is, I'm sure they put US and China as 1 and 2, and India is right behind it. And that's based on the amount of work done in creating foundational models. I think India has tons of talent, tons of potential to catch up or get ahead. And also, you don't have to build large language models for everything. Large language models are wonderful because you can ask them any questions. For a layman, they're pretty exciting. But in the real world, you need domain-specific language models. A language model for agriculture that's trained and specialized in that. So those are the type of models India is focused on. I was in Davos having some conversations in some of the meetings that our IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav had. I mean, he talked about many of the domain-specific models India is building. I think that's a very good approach. And with this, India can actually get ahead. AI can really help automate many of the systems. It can catch bad things quickly. So I think the push this AI Impact Summit is doing for India, it's a wonderful thing.
Right. Let's talk about your journey. It's widely acknowledged that the biggest of tech brands may be based in the West, but they're usually led by Indians or people of Indian origin. I understand you studied at BHU, then went to Harvard Business School. Tell us a little about your journey. How did you make it big?
You know, sometimes I wonder if my life is real or I'm simply dreaming. Okay. Because today I'm running one of the largest security companies with about $30 billion market cap. I was born and raised in a tiny village in the foot of the Himalayas. We got electricity after I finished my 8th grade. We got running water after I finished my 10th grade. I just was a good student. My parents encouraged me to study hard. Indian education was such that it was relatively inexpensive, or I would say in my case, it was free. IIT BHU had very little fees. So all that helped me to get my engineering, then go overseas and go from there. So I actually owe a lot to India. And I always think about giving back. And that's why when we started Zscaler, we opened our office in Bangalore before we opened the office in Silicon Valley. Just about 40% of our employees are based in India. And we are serving and working with lots of large companies and Indian government to keep them safe.
And a lot of young people watching this interaction would be inspired by your journey and would be curious to know how do they adapt to the opportunities that open up with artificial intelligence in diverse domain where they may be studying or working. How do they upskill as far as AI is concerned?
So the first advice I'll give to budding young people is there are no shortcuts in life. Work hard. I've always worked hard. You worked hard, you learn, you build convictions, you build confidence, you go ahead. In today's world, learning is so easy. Everything is online. AI models are available. I think they need to really build convictions in certain areas, go deep, and don't give up quickly. And lots of good things happen. I mean, that's what I did. I had no plan to do all these startups. When I was exposed to certain opportunities, I dug deep, I learned about them, and I took advantage of them, and you pursue. The other thing I would say is, it's good to take some risks. If you want to do anything in life, you need to go out, take some chances, and if you work hard and smart, you always find success one way or the other.
Right. And finally, because you're from the security domain, I'm tempted to ask that in the context of AI, what are the kind of challenges, headwinds that governments and individuals should look out for in the coming future?
So as I said early on, AI can be very dangerous. What do I mean by that? When hackers attack, they find your attack surface. For example, firewalls that can be compromised, your VPN network, your application portal. It used to take weeks and weeks for hackers to find that attack surface for a given corporation. Today, you can ask ChatGPT or Gemini and say, tell me all the firewalls and VPNs that have security vulnerabilities and give it to me in a nice table format. In under 30 seconds, you get it. You can have very sophisticated phishing emails to be sent out. And once you're in, AI agents can automate the task of find your valuable applications to encrypt them or bring them down. So we need some defenses. The technology Zscaler pioneered is the opposite of firewalls and VPNs. We created something, what's known as zero trust architecture, which means don't trust anyone. Don't trust people, and tomorrow you'll have lots of AI agents. You don't trust them, but if you don't trust them, how do you use them? You give them only this little trust. For example, a user can only access application A or B, nothing more than that. Similarly, AI agents will be given very limited access to specific things. If you do that, your business will be safer. The old model is, once your people or agents will get on your network, they can go wherever they need to go. That model needs to change And businesses need to embrace new kind of security, zero trust, which helps agentic environment as well as others.
Right. And finally, we are at the India AI Impact Summit. It is said to be one of the largest hosted in the global south. How do you see the significance of that and the impact?
So first of all, it's saying that there's a high degree of interest in India itself. There's awareness. People are using more and more. And that's what we're finding in Zscaler research as well. India is using AI quite a bit. That's number one. Number two, lots of enterprises, a lot of businesses are here. That means businesses are curious to understand and learn. But a lot of these young companies are actually showcasing interest, showcasing their products. And then there's such a large presence from leaders from outside India and many nations, which really essentially a recognition that India is a place where things are happening and they want to be part of it and they want to participate in it.
Jay Chaudhary, thank you for speaking with DD India.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.